Hi friends, let's understand about P delta effect global story sway, P small delta, that is member bending. When should we apply that also we'll learn here. It is the second order geometric non-linearity where axial vertical load causes additional moments due to lateral displacement. Thus, when load acted on tall structure building sideways slightly, then weight P now creates an overturning moment, P delta, which creates even more moment, P small delta locally as well. Meantime, I would like to request you to subscribe this channel. It really means a lot and motivate me to produce similar kind of videos. Primarily, P delta is based on inter-story drift sensitivity coefficient that theta, which we can call stability coefficient also, where P is a total vertical load on the story, delta is the inter-story drift, and V is the story shear lateral force on that story, H is the story height. So if theta value should be less than 0.1, we can neglect P delta effect. But for theta value 0.1 to 0.2, P delta effect must be considered. If theta is more than 0.2, then structurally it may be unstable and redesigned to increase stiffness, or rigorous second order analysis is recommended. There are two methods so we can apply P delta in our building. First one is the first order analysis, which is based on this expression. And on brace, for brace members, we can apply this one, whereas for on brace or on sway frames, we can apply this method. In second order analysis, software like P delta analysis is enabled. If we ignore P delta effect, what can happen? That we'll learn in this page. Displacement in first order analysis, if we ignore P delta, we will be underestimating displacement by 10 to 15%, 50%. And with the reality, that is, if P delta will not be considered, then significantly larger displacement will be ignoring. Moments and shear will be underestimated if we ignore P delta effect, and amplified, especially in lower floors, it will be amplified. If we do not consider P delta effect, natural period also will be shorter, or which is steeper also, we can say, if we ignore P delta. Seismic forces will be overestimated if we ignore P delta effect in first order analysis, may be underestimated in a P delta if we ignore P delta in reality, that is second order analysis. Stability also appears stable, but maybe unstable, and progressive collapse risk also there in case of this model where we ignore P delta effect. When is P delta critical? Tall buildings higher than 10 stories, it may be critical. Slender structures, P delta may be predominant also. Slender structures where height and width depth ratio is more. In that case, also P delta may be critical. Moment frame system buildings where delta may be significant. There also it will be P delta will be critical. Seismic zones where larger drift expected. In that case also we should consider P delta, otherwise it may adverse effect on building. Structures with high axial loads also may cause to add extra overturning moment. In that case also predict P delta will be critical. Temporary structures also may cause P delta because of lower stiffness. It's easy to assign P delta effect in ETABS. Left click on define tabs in ETABS. And find for P delta option. There we have two options like based on loads or based on mass. Based on loads, we can reduce live loads if necessary. Based on mass will not be effective for nonlinear analysis. In ETABS, P delta will automatically apply for load cases if we define P delta option. In ETABS models, by extracting story forces, and drift story shear for the given story height, theta can be calculated. As for this model, theta value is less than 0.1, hence P delta effect can be ignored. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.